A competitive edge starts with strategy, and strategy starts with knowing how to develop one. StrategyCast is a leading marketing podcast that serves up strategic insights, trends, and tips to help separate your business from the pack. Tune in weekly as host Lori Jones interviews bold marketing leaders who have priceless wisdom and are willing to share. Each episode explores cutting-edge approaches that have proven instrumental in transforming brands into industry trailblazers.
Hi, this is StrategyCast, where smart marketers and bold business thinkers share the plays behind brand breakthroughs. I'm Lori Jones, President and CEO of Avocet Communications. Today's episode is a special one. We're bringing you the audio version of one of our most shared Home of the Brave articles, Transforming Buyer Psychology, Strategies to Make Your Product Irresistible. This piece dives into the science and the art of how people make decisions. Because great marketing isn't about pushing harder. It's about understanding what actually drives people to say, I need that. Before we jump into the full article, here are 3 powerful takeaways to listen for today. First, how emotional triggers like pride, joy, and belonging can turn casual interest into lasting loyalty. Second, why simplicity always wins and how complexity in your messaging or buying process can quietly kill conversions. And third, the essential role of authenticity, because buyers trust other buyers far more than they trust brands. In marketing, success hinges on a deceptively simple moment when a potential customer looks at your product and thinks, I need that. This instant of recognition is not magic, it's psychology. And understanding it can make all the difference between a message that resonates and one that falls flat. But here's the catch. It's not about telling someone what they need. It's about aligning with how their brain is already wired. Let's explore the psychological barriers that repel buyers, the strategies that win them over, and the actionable steps you can take to ensure your product isn't just noticed, it's wanted. Years ago, I found myself in a dilemma. A new product launch wasn't gaining traction despite our meticulous planning. We had everything, detailed feature lists, bold ads, and enthusiastic sales reps. But the customers, they weren't biting. That's when I learned about the brain's decision-making layers. The dog brain, or limbic system, controls emotions, trust, and instincts. It's fast, reactive, and powerful. In contrast, the logical neocortex is slow and prone to overthinking. While our marketing was appealing to logic, the dog brain was the gatekeeper, and it wasn't impressed. The lesson? If you want to break through to your audience, you have to bypass the overthinking neocortex and appeal directly to the dog brain with simplicity, emotion, and trust. Simplicity wins. It's that straightforward. Complexity is a deal killer. People don't have the time or the bandwidth to wade through dense, feature-heavy messaging. That's why in one campaign I worked on, we took a product overflowing with details and distilled its entire message into a single, compelling benefit: faster results. And that clarity made all the difference. Why? Because simplicity speaks directly to the instinctual part of the brain, the part that doesn't want to analyze or debate. It's not about dissecting endless features. It's about the immediate understanding that this will make my life easier. When you cut through the noise and deliver a clear, direct message, you create connection and ultimately action. Here's a question to ponder. When is the last time a product made you feel something? Maybe it was pride, like carrying a luxury handbag, or joy, like opening an intuitive app that just works. That emotional response is the hook that turns casual interest into loyalty. When launching a new camera, my team faced a challenge. How do you convey its ultra-compact size in a memorable way? We decided to ship it to media outlets in an Altoids tin. The idea sparked curiosity and delivered an emotional reaction that words never could. That's the kind of storytelling, simple, creative, memorable, that buyers remember. It taps into pride, belonging, or aspiration. Emotions create action, and if your brand doesn't evoke feeling, it risks fading into the background. Many marketers unknowingly sabotage their own efforts by making things too complicated. Whether it's a website with endless steps or an onboarding process that feels like a college course, complexity creates friction. DocuSign is a prime example of doing it right. They took something historically tedious, signing contracts, and made it effortless. Realtors who were once skeptical of digital tools embraced the simplicity because it eliminated barriers and sped up their workflows. If your buyer's journey feels like a maze, you're losing them. The goal is to deliver quick wins, actions that make customers feel they've already succeeded before they've even completed the purchase. The simpler the path, the faster the conversion. Here's a truth few marketers admit. Buyers trust each other more than they trust you. User-generated content has become a cornerstone of marketing because it's seen as authentic. A glowing review, an Instagram story, or even a casual Facebook post from a happy customer carries far more weight than your best crafted ad. And that leads to an essential point. Authenticity builds trust, and trust builds sales. So before you launch your next campaign, pause and ask yourself whether you're making it easy for your buyers to believe you. Are your headlines clear and focused on benefits, or are they buried under jargon? What emotional triggers does your product tap into, and how are you showcasing them? Where are the friction points in your customer's journey? How can you eliminate them? Are you empowering your customers to tell their stories and share their successes? How are you demonstrating authenticity in your messaging? To dive deeper into the psychology of buying and discover actionable strategies for transforming customer resistance into loyalty, listen to my conversation with Laurier Manden, author of I Need That on StrategyCast, episode 525. His insights into human behavior and marketing will help you connect with your audience in ways you never thought possible. That episode is available at StrategyCast.com or on our official StrategyCast YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn or at Lori@StrategyCast.com. Until next time, keep leading boldly, keep learning relentlessly, and keep transforming the way the world experiences your brand.
That's a wrap. Thanks for joining us on today's show. We hope your strategic brains are spinning with new ideas and bold inspiration that will elevate your strategies and marketing know-how.